start. India's development cooperation with the Global South has been showing a rising trend for the last several years. India has made consistent efforts to expand the facets of these engagements and has also almost doubled the flow of quantum from around $3 billion in 2010-11 to around $7 billion in 2023-24. While capacity building programs and the initiatives for technology transfer and duty free access to India markets have been important modalities of this engagement. The main instrument has been the extension of files and lines of credit under the Indian Development and Economic Assistance Scheme. If budgetary provisions for 2025-26 are any indication, the red flag from the Ministry of Finance on credit lines as a modality of engagement is absolutely clear. At the G20, India expressed serious concerns over rising sovereign debt levels across the Global South. During the third Voice of Global South Summit in 2024, Prime Minister Narendra Modi articulated the concept of a global development compact, thereby implying a harmonious balance between all the modalities of engagement with the Global South. It is worth nothing that there are five modalities of engagement with capacity building, technology transfer, market access, grants, and concessional finance. This balanced approach on modalities may be supplemented by India by having wider and deeper partnerships with countries that can work across third countries. In the backdrop, under the modalities of engagement, India has to refocus on LOCs as an instrument of engagement. India was largely borrowing from global capital markets and providing the resources to the partner countries at a concessional rate of interest. The difference in the rates of interest was being absorbed by the government of India. With a rising global liquidity crisis, such schemes have lost their relevance as capital market predictability and the repaying capabilities of partner countries have become severely constrained. India should take full advantage of this new reality. The traditional official development assistance providers are going through their own budgetary crisis, while the partners of the Global South have challenges in coping with the debt crisis. With rising geopolitical complexities, the flow of global development finance in any case is witnessing a profound decline. The collapse of the organization and The decline of the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office have highlighted the emerging crisis in development finance. The availability and leveraging of resources have been hampered further by the declining trend in ODA, which is likely to be close to $97 billion. This proposed slashing of foreign aid is a near 45% reduction from the levels of ODA in 2023, which stood at around $214 billion. At the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, its Development Assistance Committee has been an elite club for ODA providers, dictating the terms and conditions for the economic and political programs for the South. Shrinkage in the resource flow is likely to affect several development programs across least developed economies, particularly at a time when several of them are passing through an unprecedented debt crisis. Over the last 20 years, a series of overlapping crises and major geopolitical and economic transformations have reshaped the global financial environment, leaving many developing countries struggling to access funding. This has posed a risk to development progress at risk and jeopardized achievements. The investment needed to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030 has also surged from $2.5 trillion in 2015 to over $4 trillion in 2024. Without a major increase in financing, progress toward the SDGs, already derailed by the COVID-19 pandemic and other global shocks, will remain elusive. Simultaneously, borrowing has become costlier and less predictable. A ray of hope lies in the possibility of evolving a new mechanism of pooling resources with like minded countries. The flows from the 19 non DAC countries, the report to the OECD rose from $1.1 billion in 2000 to $17.7 billion in 2022. Some of these countries, such as Indonesia and Brazil, have evolved a rich global experience with Japan and Germany of working in third countries. Japan and Indonesia have worked together in several associations of Southeast Asian nations economies to implement development projects. Similarly, Germany and Brazil have worked together in Mozambique in multiple development areas. Triangular cooperation has emerged as a powerful mechanism to bridge the divide between the global north and the global south. The beauty of the triangular cooperation is that It brings together a traditional donor from the global north, a pivotal country from the global south, and a partner country, often from the global south, creating inclusive platforms for shared learning, mutual respect, and the co creation of solutions tailored to local needs. Comprehensive triangular cooperation data is still being compiled at the global stage. However, the efficacy and the success of the model has been well established. Some preliminary data collection suggests triangular cooperation to be between $670 million to $1.1 billion. The triangular cooperation has shown that addressing physical infrastructure can advance social progress. For instance, improving regional energy grids expands digital connectivity and provides access to opportunities in education and health. In this context, in 2022, Germany and India signed a joint declaration of intent on the implementation of triangular cooperation projects in third countries during the sixth India Germany intergovernmental consultations with a focus on Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Since then, triangular cooperation projects are being implemented in several countries, which include Cameroon, Ghana, and Malawi in Africa, and in Peru in Latin America. These offer clear examples as to how to rephase global development finance in a manner that ensures assured and efficacious outcomes in a cost effective manner. Engagement in triangular cooperation was further emphasized during India's G20 presidency, with expanded collaborations involving countries such as Germany, the United States, the United Kingdom, the European Union, and France. These partnerships span a variety of sectors and modalities, from grant based projects to investment driven initiatives such as the Global Innovation Partnership with the UK. These efforts illustrate how leveraging technical, financial, and human resources can deliver results in third countries